Hi guys, so today for episode 2, we are going to do an amazing Parma dish that I call Holy Parma. It's really super easy, it makes you look really fancy when you cook it. It takes minimal ingredients, so like take a look. We have slices of smoked prosciutto here, some garlic, which we're only going to use about 4 cloves, tomato paste, a nice little chili herb garlic blend here, some fresh herbs, rosemary and thyme, butter, and if you really want to get really fancy, we have some champagne that we're nobody's gonna know this is chicken broth. Some champagne that we're gonna use. But if you don't want to get super fancy, you can also use chicken broth, which works just as well, or a nice Italian Prosecco, which also works really, really well. So the first step that we're gonna do is I'm gonna slice up the prosciutto. There's 2 ways that you can do this. You can either roll up your sliced prosciutto and slice it into like ribbons, or what I like to do is I like to just take piece by piece and kind of like shred it a bit like rustic style, not so perfectly cut. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to take 4 garlic cloves and we are going to thinly slice them. Now, last episode I talked about my cast iron, which is a must. The other thing that's a must is a really good knife. I can't say this enough. Your tools in the kitchen are so important. If you have a shitty knife and it makes cutting really difficult, it makes it more tedious and you don't want to do it. Whether you love to cook...
Yeah, but don't you have to sharpen your knife anyway?
Sharpen your knife, make sure you go to somebody that knows what they're doing or they're gonna like your knife, okay? So now
a good knife makes a world of difference. Now I love this knife so much that when I filed for divorce, this is the only thing I wanted to leave with. Are you ready?
Yes, you
All
are.
right. So, when you're having a really shitty day and you need to like release some tension, you get yourself some garlic. And the way to get the skin off the garlic really quickly, I mean there's a couple of other tricks, you can roll it in your hands, whatever. But if you want to like release some stress, this is what you do. You take your knife and you smack it. And then it comes off. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look how easy this comes right off. And it's perfect. Is that good? Because I didn't laugh. A trick when you have rosemary is go against the stem to pull it all off. Just like this. So you get all the leaves in there. And then we're just gonna do a rough chop here. This thyme. So thyme comes in 2 ways. Sometimes the thyme has a really like hard branch and you could do exactly what you did with the rosemary, but in this case, like it's really in season. So this thyme is really nice and fluffy and there's no real hard stems. So there's a lot of flavor in the stems. So when you are chopping this type of thyme, just add it to the rosemary and just chop it up and you're good to go.
I've been filming you guys. So, we're gonna do this. Whoop, whoop. Take 2. Take 2. Oh my god. What's in front of you? That totally sucked. By the way, this is like my 4th take. And thank God my mom's here who does not want to be on camera because as I'm filming, she's like, no, you're start over. So
the real deal, okay guys? So this is the kind of recipe that I've been making for a long time. I don't remember where my mother and I got this recipe, but somewhere. And it's like a staple in our house. So much so that when my brother met his girlfriend, he and I'll really never forget the day, he called me in a panic. He's like, okay, I met this girl. She's like, and my brother never brought any woman home. So this was massive. This was huge. He's like, I really want to make her something. Maybe I can make her the Parma dish. Like, how do I do it? Is it easy? And I'm like, it's super easy. I walked him through the process and he did it and she was really impressed.
I don't want to take any like kudos for that, but like a little bit.
So I just want to tell you guys, this is so easy. The only ingredients that you really have to like prep is your prosciutto. You're gonna slice up your garlic, your herbs, and then everything else is pretty much staples that you have in the house. So the process of doing this is also equally super easy. First step, rule number 1, is that you have to boil your pasta, because the best thing about this recipe is that as your pasta is boiling, your sauce is going to cook and it's all going to be ready at the same time.
Yes, I'm smiling. He's looking at me saying, smile. Okay, I'm smiling, right guys? Are you happy? Is this working? Okay, perfect.
So the first thing we're going to do is add butter to our pan, because by the way, what you're going to notice, I use butter a lot.
Like, I love butter, I love fat, I love butter. I'm all good with butter.
But in this recipe in particular, I don't want the butter to burn, so I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to my butter, and then I'm going to toast up the chili peppers. So in this, there's a little blend here. There's chili flakes, there's dried garlic, and there's some dried herbs. It's really, really awesome. I'm going to toast that up first. Then I'm going to add my prosciutto. Like, free reign on how you want to do this. You'll see how I do it. You'll see the texture of it. I'll explain it at the end, and you know, you decide what you want to do. Then, and then you add your garlic, because you really don't want to burn garlic. Garlic, when it's burnt, tastes like super bitter, and it's not really good. It could literally ruin your recipe in a couple of minutes. So you're just going to throw the garlic in really quickly. Just saute it for like 10 seconds, and then you're going to add your tomato paste. So another important thing with tomato paste is that you got to toast it, kind of like your chili peppers here. So we're going to add the tomato paste, we're going to toast it up a bit just to bring out all that aromatic flavors, and then we are going to add what we're going to deglaze it with. So in this recipe today, we're adding champagne, but like I said, you can use chicken broth, you can use Prosecco, you could even use white wine. Like, you're really you want to add a bit of flavor, and you want to add some wetness to your sauce to let it start to cook down.
So you're going to let it cook, and then
when you add your whatever you're choosing to add, you're going to add some of the fresh herbs that we chopped up, which is really delicious. And then you're going to let it chill for like about 5-10 minutes, because what you want at this point is you want the sauce to like thicken up, because you'll notice that it's super watery, and you're going to need it to just get a bit thicker, and all that takes is a bit of time. Once that's done...
Like time?
time.
A bit of time.
A bit. No,
Or
I
a
mean,
bit of
I mean a bit of time. Like,
Oh.
tick tock. Okay.
So once that's done, and you're going to notice your pasta is pretty much almost ready, like get it like pretty al dente, you're going to like shut the stove off, and you're going to add your cream.
Good? Can we stop?
Cut. It stopped. I stopped it already.
Okay. Because I just realized I forgot the Parmesan.
And what's the dish called, Tiger?
It is called Holy Parma Pasta.
And what did we forget, Tiger?
We forgot
The holy parm.
All cooked.
When
you
it's
add
all
the
cooked
parm, and
with
you
the
just,
cream,
toss it.
you're going to put like about half a cup of Parmesan cheese grated, okay?
So I forgot that, but I'm telling you now. So we're good to go.
Dai boschi fitti e scuri amarava Mussolino e da via i santi l'odio distruggiva e chi gli occhi non viveva. E puntando sto fucili contro la porta da capanna, testimoni falso alpini, morti e stiatocundani, non lo sapi, questi traditori, morti e amanti, chi non ci colpavano, menci tu infamanti.
Alright.
So we're gonna plate now. So a little trick when you're gonna plate pasta is use some tongs. Take a big scoop like this. Lift it all the way up. Start from the middle and then slowly twist your tongs like that. And then we're gonna take our basil.
Get your basil. This is so funny. You take basil, not you, the basil.
We're gonna take our basil, we're gonna layer our basil leaves and then like this, okay? And then we're gonna roll it kind of like a cigar. So we're gonna roll it like this. We're gonna take our knife and we're gonna do ribbons. And you have your basil. You have nice big chunks, which are really, really important. Put it on the pasta. So that's gonna be enough. Around if you want, make it look pretty because you spent a lot of time and effort on this dish. That's what people think. That's what people think, but it was really easy. So another kitchen tool is this lemon zester. You take your lemon and you're just gonna put some lemon zest. So you're gonna get that flavor. If you really like lemon and you're like me, you'll squirt a bit of lemon on, but if you don't, you can just like take the rind and just put a bit on top. Take a peeler and our Parmesan cheese, like a big block, and we're gonna do ribbons. And just put a couple of ribbons on top, like so. So I'm from Montreal, so we say like when you wanna be really piggish, you say if you wanna be really
Kosher.
there's already cheese on this, but what I love with this dish is a bit of goat cheese. So what you can do is you can take some soft goat cheese. This one is pepper goat cheese, which is really nice. And you can just put little dabbles on top just to make yourself look a little extra fancy. And by the way, this tastes amazing in the sauce. I'm just gonna put a couple of dabbles on top. To make the pasta a little bit richer and a little bit wetter, it's nice to put a little bit of olive oil just drizzled on top of the pasta when it's finished. Like that.
Pepper.
A little bit of pepper. Just on top like this.
And that's it. Buon appetit.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto Adolgino d'amor.